What's everybody? Daniel here. So today I'm going to take you through some release work. So we all commonly get pretty tired from training, from weight training, and then the contact aspect of our style of training. So I'll take you through some release work, which will increase your range of motion and hopefully keep you moving better. So we're going to start from the feet up. So we're going to start first of all with the foot itself and then moving into the calf. So you can use a number of different implements for this sort of stuff. I've got a lacrosse ball here. These are pretty common. They're fairly firm, but they have a little bit of squeeze. You could also use a golf ball, a tennis ball, a small dumbbell like this as well. That could work too. Essentially, yeah, pretty much anything that's got a bit of give to it. That's firm with a little bit of give to it. Okay, so we're going to start first of all with the foot. So what we want to do with the foot is we want to start right under the big toe here, and then we want to work all the way up to the heel. So right just under the heel here, and we want to work from the big toe side all the way to the little toe side. So to make sure that we're getting all the different muscles. So we start under here, just get the position nice and slow, and we can give some little wiggles to the front and back. You can curl the toes and back, bend the knee, push the weight of the leg forward over the foot. And you're in control here, so you decide how much force is going through your foot. Okay, we want to move down nice and slow, centimetre by centimetre, and whenever we find a tough spot, we want to hold it there. So that's one of the keys for all this release work, is that whenever you find a tender spot, just hang on it and just do little movements around it, as opposed to rolling back and forth. Okay, so that's the foot. So remember, move from just under the big toe all the way back to the heel. Little movements, you can go side to side, front to back, and play around with it. From there, we'll move on to the calf. So same sort of concept. We want to start just at the bottom near the Achilles, and we want to work all the way up to just under the knee too. So sitting down from here, pop one leg on top, and we want to start again on the outside, so this outside lateral edge of the calf, and work all the way through across to the inside. So from here, to put more force through it on the foam roller, we can just lift up. So weight comes into the hands, and if you want a bit more force from there, you can pop the other leg on top. When you get to the tender spots, you can do the little wiggles side to side, and then you can also point the foot down, point the toes down, point it back towards you. And what that's doing, that's sort of pinning and stretching the muscle. Okay, so you've got it pinned, and then you can work around it. So we want to go segment by segment. Like I said, nice and slow is the key. Working all the way up essentially to the knee. So you can do one line that runs from here all the way up to the outside, and then second line down the middle, and then third line down the inside. Okay, next one we'll go through is the quads. So the quads are this big muscle group that sit in the front of our leg, and they're going to be pretty tight for us because we're constantly getting kicked there, and we're constantly using them as well to kick. So we'll start off, there'll be a cluster of points that'll be really sore. We refer to these as trigger points, really tender points of the muscle. So one such one is just above the knee on the outside. Okay, from there, another big cluster will be in the middle, and then sometimes we'll get them up high as well. So this is working just on the sort of outside edge of the quad. So to get in position your foam roller here, just popping on top of it. And again, you can choose how much weight you put through your hands or not. So from there, you can put the back leg on the floor, or you can pop it on top, and we can just roll into it. Same thing, when you feel those tight tender points, you can just hold it, you can do little wiggles, and then you can also move the back leg, so you can bend, flex and extend the knee, and that'll have that pinning and stretching effect, which will be quite sore if you've got a tender point. Okay, so same thing, taking your time, working all the way up to the hip. The next part of the quad group that we want to attack is the middle line. Okay, so this is one of our kicking muscles. Runs all the way from here up into the hip. So it'll be straight down the center. And the way we attack that is by laying over the foam roller. We want our bellies facing the ground now. And again, you can put more weight through that side by leaning into it with your body and getting all the way up. And essentially we want to get all the way into the top of the hip. Okay, so going all the way up to the hip. When you find that tight point, you can bring the heel up towards the butt and kick it back down. And that's that same pinning and stretching effect. Okay, so the next group we'll attack from there is the inner thigh. Okay, so big strong muscles again. they cop a lot of inside thigh kicks, so they could be tender. So the way that we do this group, position the foam roller on the angle, laying onto your stomach. Okay, so I'm on my stomach, slightly facing away, and the knee is coming out to the side. So I'm getting that weight. So you want the leg at about 90 degrees to the foam roller. You're getting that weight through, starting just above the knee. Again, centimetre by centimetre, working up until you get all the way right up into the hip. Okay, so that's the inside thigh muscle group. All right, so the key is with all this stuff to take your time. So you could spend, 20 or 30 or more minutes just on the lower body. So take your time with it, no need to rush, and sit on those tender points until they let go. Boss, thanks guys.